Welcome friends to Night Danger. I'm the Stranger. Word has reached me here underground that my old friends at the Hilarious House of Frightenstein are coming back to haunt your televisions once again. For our younger viewers, the Hilarious House of Frightenstein was a children's television show filmed on the vast ice sheets of Canada in 1971. Starring the late Billy Van as Count Frightenstein and just about every other character, there wasn't much that they didn't try, including making one of the main characters, Brucey J. Monster, an inanimate puppet that they never had to pay. Great idea! Perhaps the most memorable aspect of the show, however, was the contribution of the horror mega-legend Vincent Price, who granted the show and the world his theatrical talents in the form of that spine-chilling reading in the show's opening sequence. Bravo that it's coming back, and good for them. That was a great show, truly groundbreaking and original. Except all the stuff they ripped off my show. No, not Night Danger, which is my triumphant return to terror. No, my original show from the 1950s, The Mysterious Mansion of Count Strangula. Let me tell you, kids just ate it up. And then, of course, I ate the kids, and my show kind of ran aground without leaving breathing viewers. Very little footage survives of my earliest television endeavor, but rest assured it was hilarious and frightening. And we had at least a couple Frankensteins. Hey, remember Steve?
Yeah.
You just can't get good hunchbacks nowadays. Let's take a look, shall we? Welcome back, you little monsters, to the mysterious mansion of Count Strangula. Wasn't that a realistic-looking beheading, kids?
Yay!
That guy really knew how to make the scene. That really razzed my berries. I seriously don't know how they did that. I don't think special effects can get any better than they are right now. What do you think, Haunted Jukebox?
Put your head on my shoulder, hold me in your arms, baby, squeeze me oh so tight, show me that you love me too.
That's just swell. And now a message from our sponsor. Tonight's Midnight Movie has been brought to you by Flour. It's the 50s. There's only one kind.
Whether cookies or cream cakes on your mind, run and get some flour, there's only one kind.
Brought to you by the National Flour Monopoly Pricing and Control Board. Well, I hope you little curtain climbers are keen for another nifty fleek next week, when our guest will be Charles the Dreamboat Clyde. I don't know who that is either, but he sounds relevant to this time period, doesn't he? Now remember, you little rugrats, if you suspect your parents are in cahoots with the Red Menace, get off your keisters and contact your local anti-communist detainment center, where a patriot will set you up with a wire, and then it'll be your pinko parents who have some splaining to do. What do you think, Haunted Jukebox?
I want some red roses for a blue lady, Mr. Flores, take my order,
please. What an old chrome dome. Well, I'm off to the gin mill. Good night. Wow, look at my hair back then. I was a little bit off the cob. Well, there you have it. You saw it here first. I'd just like to take this opportunity to extend a warm thank you and welcome back to the cast and crew, old and new, then and now, of the Hilarious House of Frightenstein. a children's educational classic and landmark piece of nostalgia for an entire generation of kids. Certified legendary. Though my show was the original, and let's face it, a little more hilarious, I'd like to bury the hatchet. Even though if we split hairs here, you guys are the Elvira to my Vampira, and once again, my new show Night Danger is back in full swing, and you guys are late out of the gate. Look, it's not your fault. There's nothing new under the sun, which is why I try to avoid the damn thing. The difficult and untold truth of the matter is, I was forced off the air back then by an ambitious Vincent Price turned vampire hunter. Not many people know that. It's a touchy subject for me. He used his unbelievable charisma to curse me to half a century's slumber. I was dreaming away in my coffin of doo-wop, pompadours, and teddy boys, and woke up to find that the Hilarious House of Frightenstein was the apple of everyone's bleary and bedraggled eyes. I'm not Peter, really. Just have me over to your castle sometime. We can do a cheesy crossover. People love that garbage. Just look at the superheroes. You won't hurt my viewership. At this point, I'm not even sure I have one. In the end, I blame the transmitter. Excuse me. Why do you do this to me? It's because I hit you with my axe, isn't it? Better yet, we can fly the masters of Headspinner Productions in Toronto, Canada, all the way out here behind the sun to Eastern Romulvania, where we can have a nice spaghetti and champagne dinner. Later, we can relax and sip on the sherry. Sherry, by the way, is the name of one of my familial servants. To Vincent, wherever you are, and everyone in the Hilarious House, I'll ESP you my resume ASAP, so I can get out of this hellish dungeon once and for all. My resume hasn't been updated since the 1950s, but how much has changed, really? If you don't receive it, just go to sleep. I can work it into your nightmares. No problem. If that doesn't work, turn on your facsimile apparatus. I hear they're all the rage. Long live the House of Frightenstein. Good night!